Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel, your trusted source for in-depth political analysis and South African current affairs. If you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. And as always, we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments section below. Today, we are diving into a major political storm that's been brewing in South Africa's leadership circles. Former President Jacob Zuma has once again made headlines, and this time, he's taking aim at his successor, President Cyril Ramaphosa, over what he calls an over-reliance on foreign powers, particularly the United States, to solve domestic challenges. Zuma's remarks came during a recent MK Party rally held in KwaMaphumulo, where he didn't hold back. He launched a scathing critique of President Ramaphosa's recent visit to Washington, D.C., accusing him of turning to Americans we don't even know instead of investing in local solutions. And this isn't just another political jab. Zuma's comments reflect a deeper, long-standing tension in South African politics, the debate over national sovereignty versus international diplomacy. Ramaphosa's trip to the U.S. in May 2025 was widely interpreted as an effort to mend frayed diplomatic ties with the Trump administration. Yes, Donald Trump is back in office, and South Africa's leadership sees an urgent need to protect and potentially grow its economic relationships with one of its largest trading partners. The visit included high-level engagements with American business leaders and top policymakers, all aimed at attracting foreign investment and revitalizing economic cooperation. In theory, it's a sound move, but it hasn't sat well with everyone back home. Zuma, who has always been openly critical of Western influence, sees this move as not only unnecessary but dangerous. In his speech, he made it clear, "We have the minds, the resources, and the capacity to fix our country," he said. "Why do we run to people who have no interest in our real progress?" Zuma's words echo a sentiment he has long expressed, even during the explosive 2019 state capture inquiry, where he famously suggested that Western powers were meddling in South Africa's governance and economic sovereignty. For Zuma, foreign involvement often comes with strings attached, hidden agendas, and a risk of eroding national independence. Let's take a closer look at why this matters. South Africa is currently walking a diplomatic tightrope. Domestically, the country is facing pressing challenges, from economic inequality, energy instability, and unemployment, to the divisive issue of land reform. Internationally, Pretoria is under increasing scrutiny, particularly for its legal challenge against Israel at the International Court of Justice over alleged war crimes in Gaza. This move, though popular among certain constituencies, has drawn sharp criticism from some of South Africa's traditional allies, including the United States. Critics of Ramaphosa argue that the president is trying to play both sides, presenting a strong Pan-African, non-aligned image on the global stage, while simultaneously courting Western powers for trade and investment. Zuma is essentially calling this out, saying that we, as South Africans, must choose a path of self-determination and stop being dependent on outsiders who might not have our best interests at heart. Political analyst Thabo Molefe summed it up perfectly. Zuma's critique taps into a broader unease among South Africans who feel the country's direction is being shaped more by foreign capitals than by local communities. And this unease is growing. Zuma's return to the political spotlight, via the MK Party, has added fuel to this debate. As election season heats up, his rhetoric is finding an audience, especially among South Africans who feel left behind by Ramaphosa's promises of economic renewal and inclusive growth. The MK Party is positioning itself as the true voice of the people, calling for radical economic transformation, land redistribution without compensation, and a rejection of foreign dependency. But let's be honest, this issue is not black and white. While Zuma's calls for economic sovereignty and local empowerment resonate with many, critics point out that during his own presidency, corruption and state capture scandals severely undermined those very goals. Billions were siphoned from state institutions, and confidence in public governance plummeted. So, is Zuma the right person to lead this charge for a sovereign, self-reliant South Africa? That's a question voters will have to grapple with in the months ahead. Still, one cannot ignore that his latest comments have reignited a serious conversation. What kind of country does South Africa want to be on the global stage? Do we turn inward, harness our own capacities, and forge a uniquely African path? Or do we engage pragmatically with global powers, even if that means some compromises along the way? Ramaphosa supporters argue that the president is doing what's necessary in a tough global economy. South Africa needs investment. It needs jobs. And it needs to maintain its trading partnerships, especially with countries like the United States, which play a crucial role in sectors like manufacturing, tech, and agriculture. They say that building diplomatic bridges is not the same as selling out national interests. But Zuma and the MK party aren't buying it. For them, it's about more than just economics, it's about national identity, pride, and independence. They believe South Africa must free itself from what they see as neocolonial entanglements and stand tall on the world stage without bending to external influence. It's a debate that cuts deep, not just across political lines, but also generational and socio-economic ones. Younger South Africans, especially those in underserved communities, are increasingly questioning whether the country's foreign policy benefits them at all. Does foreign investment trickle down to ordinary people, or does it merely enrich the elite? These are the kinds of questions that are shaping the political narrative in 2025. So, where does this leave us? Zuma's comments may be controversial, but they've sparked a necessary dialogue about the future of South African governance and diplomacy. Whether you support Ramaphosa's international outreach or back Zuma's call for self-reliance, one thing is clear: South Africa is at a crossroads. And the choices made now will define the country's trajectory for decades to come. As we head into what promises to be a pivotal election, keep your eyes on this debate. Sovereignty versus globalization. Pragmatism versus principle. Foreign aid versus national pride. These aren't just talking points, they're core issues that touch the lives of every South African. That's it for today's breakdown. If you found this video insightful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel for more in-depth political content, and share your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think? Is Ramaphosa selling South Africa short, or is Zuma stuck in the past? Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care and stay informed. See you next time.